revisit a fight in the future, or one of those past projects? You feel like they've kind of run their course?
I never say never. I mean, the first fight record was more important to me than the second one for a lot of different reasons. I think the first fight record had an intensity about it and an attitude about it that kind of shifted gear when the second one came along. So if I did do another one, I think I would like to try and reinvestigate that feeling that I feel from the first one, from War of Words. And I never say never, Pat. You know, I never say never. I never say no to anything, because that's what life is about. Why shut the door before you've walked, opened it and walked through it? Walk through, see what's on the other side.
Right. So the second question is, you ever going to write an autobiography?
It's in the works. Yeah, I was in New York recently and had a meeting with a few people. Again, you got to get it right, haven't you? It's a one-time event. I mean, I don't want to. Well, I mean, it's too. I was going to say I don't want to be one of these, people that run out and just scrape it all together. I mean, I've got 40 years worth of stuff in my head,
Right.
That I think it's just inevitable that it's got to come out at some point, because that's what we do, isn't it?
Right.
So, again, as and when the time is right, it'll be something I shall enjoy. Right. But it would have to be everything, it would have to be as raw and as open as the Dirt Bike Crew, or, Guns N' Roses, or Hammer of the Gods. It would have to be one of those things. Right. I mean, I would probably really expose things that are personal to me that people don't know about. And otherwise, it doesn't really have any. You see, I think those books have to do that. Otherwise, what's the point? They're just a rehash of all the interviews you've done.
Sure, you would, and that's stuff that we could find anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. It's important to do that. Otherwise, what's the point? Because again, it's a commercial venture.
Right.
But you have to really say, do you want to really bare your soul? I mean,
right.
It's a big thing to do, isn't it? I mean, it's one thing to live a public life on stages and chat like we're chatting, but it's another thing to kind of disclose other, really probably very private things that have happened to you. So again, I think it's inevitable, but I just don't know when it's going to happen.
Right. Okay, last question,
okay.
And that is, what is the secret, do you think, to longevity in the business? Where, the relevance, as we were just talking about, in the metal world especially, is rapidly becoming more and more of like a disposable.
Yeah, you've really got to, you've got to be addicted to it. Yeah. You've really got to be addicted to it, And, you look at a band like Anvil, there's the addiction. Mm-hmm. You just can't let it go. You can't shut it off. It doesn't matter whether you sell 100 records or 100 million records. That's got nothing to do with it. It's the commitment. Why are you doing it? You ain't doing it for the cash or the Rolls Royce or whatever. Right. You're doing it because you've got to do it. It's like why did Picasso paint, or why did Michelangelo do sculpt or whatever? You can't stop yourself. You're driven to create that kind of thing. And that either stays with you, or it fizzles out, or whatever. So you really have no control over it. I mean, if you have no control out of it, then I think the best things can generally happen from those types of internal feelings.
Right. Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to
Pat.
talk to us, and we look forward to seeing you at the fest.
See you there.
All right. Thank you.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.